something like that. I don't know what. What is it? Roadsnacks.net.
Road Snacks.
First off, Amy, have you ever heard of these people?
Absolutely not. And I did chuckle when I got the email from you. I have to tell you, as did the mayor and city council and just about anybody else, that I was able to share this, I'm going to call it news.
Marginally. Yeah.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. But we saw this thing, and it's Shreveport, the most redneck in Louisiana, with Broussard number 6. And John and I are going through this, and West Monroe is rated number 9. Those ought to be
That's got to be ground zero for redneckdom by anybody's objective standard.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you look at cities on the list like Broussard, Mandeville, I mean, that just makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. But, nobody's ever heard of these people, and who knows what. But they did have what their criteria was, which, again, was a little bit ridiculous. But like I said, we had a good chuckle about it. And then the conversation turned to, well, if they want to call it redneck, along the lines of, we've got 750 businesses with people, men and women that are out there creating the fastest growing community in the entire state of Louisiana right now. Then go ahead and label us with that. But when you look at the fact of what they're doing right now in the city of Broussard, the growth, the way that the economy is moving, that so many businesses are trying to get into this city because of the business environment that's been created there. That is proof positive that this really is one of the jewels of Louisiana, and certainly a city that we're proud of.
Yeah.
And I know you guys want to talk a little bit about what's going on with the park there, but we are seriously working. And if we want to go back to the idea of redneck, I would go out to the men and women that are in the sun every day getting one of the premier athletic and recreation facilities that has ever been built in Louisiana completed.
Yeah, and Amy, whether you want to call it a redneck town, a Cajun town, or just all American, one way or the other, it's a bunch of hardworking people doing some great stuff. That's what matters. It really is. So
absolutely. Like I said, 750 businesses and a waiting list of more that want to come. And it's business-friendly environment. It is certainly the backbone of our oil and gas economy that is sitting there in that one city. It's got very aggressive leadership that's investing in infrastructure over and over again. And, there are big announcements to come in addition to the ones that have been made in the last couple of years. And if you look at the way that the population growth is going and the number of people that are trying to move into that area, it's proof positive that this really, and I go back to saying it's a small town working hard and doing really big things.
Before we wrap up, Amy, tell us a little bit about the park. I mean, we're talking St. Julian Park moving into phase 2 of the development.
Yeah, phase 2 coming on very, very quickly, and they are moving a lot of dirt out at the park right now, and we're excited about what is going to take place out there. And I want people to understand that this park is not just going to be an athletic facility. While it will have the premier athletic fields in the state, it's also huge from the recreation area. They really did a great job of finding out what the citizens wanted from a park. And so it's going to be not just an attraction for athletic teams to be able to have premier events, I would think, from all over the country, but it's also going to be a premier place for families to be able to go and enjoy the other amenities that park will offer.
I think it's great that you're building an amphitheater. I think that's terrific.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that from a personal standpoint. And I keep talking to the mayor about that. That the amphitheater, I think, is going to be one of the most fun aspects of the park. That's exciting.
Well, you consider the fact that we've got so many great, playhouses and people that can sing and dance and perform all over the area. That could be an attraction for a lot of different performances.
And nothing is going to be like it here. We certainly have shown that we love outdoor concerts. Let's look at all the different concert series that exist throughout the Lafayette Parish right now and the attendance at these. So, putting a series that would be based in an amphitheater and creating an environment that isn't really to be replicated anywhere in this area, I think it's going to be something special, and I think it's going to certainly be an amenity that not just the people of Broussard, but the people of the entire Acadiana region are going to love for many years to come.
Amy, I think the community of Broussard ought to be thrilled. I mean, after voting in a half-cent sales tax to fund this, when other people are voting against any tax referendum. So this is terrific.
Well, and it also shows the mentality of the leadership of that city, that they're very specific. When they go to the voters and ask for them to fund things, they know that they're asking for them to look at specific projects that make the community better. It's not about asking them to vote for money to go into a general fund.
Yeah.
You know, they know exactly what they're paying for, and they're getting their money's worth. And I think just in general, it is a great example of how to get things done from a government perspective that really enhances infrastructure, and it enhances the community and the citizens you represent.
You know, one of the things, and this goes back to what we were talking about earlier, because there will be plenty of people in our listening audience that are rednecks. You want to make it clear, though, that Broussard is a redneck-friendly city, though, right? It would accept. So if a redneck wants to move to Broussard, they certainly have the option to do so, right? You would welcome them, in fact.
Oh, come on, guys. Have you not seen the amazing trucks that guys drive in the city of Broussard?
Yes.
Have you not followed on Facebook the men that live in Broussard and the ridiculous game trophies that they have every hunting season? You know, look, there is no doubt that it is a city that embraces everybody. But look, Louisiana's the sportsman's paradise, and I would say that the heart of that sportsman's paradise lives in Broussard, Louisiana. These guys take it very, very, very seriously. And, you know, they know how to hunt, they know how to fish, and they know how to make sure that they outfit a truck.
Absolutely. Right. Amy, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
All right, guys. Have a great afternoon.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Amy Jones, spokesperson for the city of Broussard. Yeah. Good to have her on, man.
Absolutely.
I tell you what, you know, like I said, when I first saw that survey, I thought, you know what, if I lived in Broussard, I didn't know whether I'd be happy, proud, sad, ambivalent, or just plain pissed off.
Yeah, kind of a mixture of that, isn't it? Because, I mean, on one hand, I think the survey, the intention was to use it as a sort of a derogatory term.
Right.
But if by redneck what they mean is all-American, proud Southern city.
Hardworking.
Okay. All right. Yeah. If that's what your definition includes, all right, we'll embrace it and move on.